In this video, we are going to discuss about kernel IO subsystem in IO management of the operating system. What is kernel? So the kernel is the essential part of the computer operating system, and it provides basic services for all other parts of the operating system. Means kernel is some part of the operating system, not all the operating system, but it is very important part. When you start your computer, in general, our operating system is loaded into your primary memory, that is called booting process. Means not all the operating system is loaded into the memory, some part of the operating system is loaded into the memory. That part is called kernel. So through this kernel, we can communicate with all, we can get all the functionalities of the operating system. Next, what is kernel IO subsystem? The kernel IO subsystem defines a standard set of functions for IO operations. So the kernel IO subsystem defines a standard set of functions for all the IO operations. Through this IO subsystem only, the kernel communicates with the IO devices. And to hide device peculiarities from applications, means kernel IO subsystem develops an abstract mechanism for the applications towards the devices. Now we can easily understand where this kernel IO system resides. So in this diagram, we have the kernel layer on the above. This is the kernel layer. Below the kernel layer, kernel IO subsystem layer is available. So the kernel communicate to the device driver softwares through this kernel IO subsystem. Here all the device driver softwares are installed. So these three layers are software layers, and through this software can communicate with the device controllers, and these device controllers are internally connected to the corresponding devices. So here the kernel IO subsystem acts as an interface between kernel and the device driver softwares or applications. And in kernel IO subsystem, the important part is the services. Now we will understand each service. The first one is scheduling. Scheduling means the order of executing the process. There are so many processes before the kernel IO subsystem, on which order it picks the process and execute it. So here the order is important. So based on that, we can calculate the performance also. The next one is buffering. Buffering means storing the data in memory in between the devices where the data communication is happening. So stores data in memory while transferring between the devices. So why we need to store the data in between the devices? There may be mismatch between the devices in terms of speed, and in terms of transfer size of data, and in terms of copy semantics. Maybe the two devices, or maybe the communicating devices having different speeds, or maybe the devices having data transfer size differences. Maybe one device sending 10 bits per second, one device 100 bits per second, one device receiving 10 bits per second, but the sending device 100 bits per second. In such a situations, we need a memory area where we need to store the data, and based on the receiver capabilities, so this IO subsystem sends the data in that particular order and with a particular speed. That is about buffering. Next service is caching. So caching means also it is a part of memory. So in this we store the frequently asked data, frequently used data and controls, so that it increases the performance of the kernel IO subsystem. And the next one is spooling. Spooling means holding the output for a device. For example, a device having the speed of 10 bits per second, receiving speed, and the sending part having 100 bits per second. So we need to maintain all the data in a memory and send the remaining data one by one. So the best example for spooling is printing operations. In printer, suppose we are giving some 10 printouts, but any printer can print one document at a time, one printout. So meanwhile, while printing the first document or first page, it holds all the remaining 9 pages. So line by line, in a particular order, those pages or those documents are coming to the printer, and finally we got all the prints. That is called spooling. And the next one is device reservation. Device reservation means there are so many processes are coming to the kernel IO subsystem for holding a particular device. Maybe the device is dedicated for a particular process, or the device can be shareable to the different process. So the kernel IO subsystem sends a system call to reserve a particular device. After the completion of the work, it again generates a system call for releasing that particular device. And in device reservation, definitely in certain situations, one device is shared to different process. In such situations, there might be chance for getting deadlock also. So in that situations, it has the mechanisms to prevent and to detect and to control the deadlocks. It is all the responsible part of the kernel IO subsystem. So with this, I am ending this session. In this session, we covered what is a kernel, what is kernel IO subsystem, and what are the services provided by the kernel IO subsystem. Thank you.